Yeah, yeah, yeah. Young T, AZ. I'm on cloud 9 in my Airbnb, up in Third Eye Blind, which the homies could see. In the trenches being all they can be. I said, nah, I ain't crippin', but dawg, wait and see. How to tell the difference between good and bad in the G. Killed another nigga, I'm just glad it wasn't me. Dogs gotta eat, better check your pedigree. It's hard to pay attention to the noise when you're free. Free now, floating, wings wide open. I won't come down, no way. Go away, don't play, don't say. Keep it real, keep it real. When you ride super clean, how I feel, how I feel. Can't you spend a couple mil, what's the deal? What I see on TV, is it real? Is it real? Where the pills, yeah, getting in the hills. Riding in my drop, riding in my coupe, don't shoot. Riding in my drop, riding in my coupe, don't shoot. Riding in my drop, riding in my coupe, don't shoot. Riding in my drop, riding in my coupe, don't. Everybody wanna take away, tell me what you wanna take away. Yeah, head down, I'ma make a way. Don't worry, we gon' make a way. Yeah, enemy wanna take trade, fuck around, we gon' make a fade. Yeah, they don't wanna know the truth today, but come around and just look away. Yeah, I'm on both sides, Taz the most high. They wanna go climb, trust me, don't try. They thought I crashed and burned, I had to show signs. Gotta let that hate talk pass through like phone line. Now it's all mine, now I'm online. Now it's lifestyles and deadlines. I hope the credit card don't decline. She saw the yellow jacket and she made a beeline. Damn, keep it real, keep it real. When you ride super clean, how I feel, how I feel. Can't you spend a couple mil, what's the deal? What I see on TV, is it real? Is it real? Where the pills, getting in the hills. Riding in my drop, riding in my coupe, don't shoot. Riding in my drop, riding in my coupe, don't shoot. Riding in my drop, riding in my coupe, don't shoot. Riding in my drop, riding in my coupe. Keep it real, keep it real. When you ride super clean, how I feel, how I feel. Can't you spend a couple mil, what's the deal? What's the deal, baby? What I see on TV, is it real? Yeah. Where the pills, getting in the hills. Riding in my drop, riding in my coupe, don't shoot. Riding in my drop, riding in my coupe, don't shoot. Riding in my drop, riding in my coupe, don't shoot. Riding in my drop, riding in my coupe, don't.
I know if I wanna reach my goals, all I need is hope. All I need is hope. I know if I wanna reach my goals, all I need is hope. All I need is hope.
Been on the journey, none of it came with ease. I had to shed my tears, I had to bleed. Motivation, the only tool I would need. You'll be surprised how far you go if you just believed. Went through emotions, and even though it seemed hopeless, through the trials and tribulations, I remained focused. Knew I wouldn't be defined by these great moments, and if I keep on knocking on the door, one day it'd open. Opportunity, my struggle became my fuel for continuity. Knew how to maneuver through all the scrutiny. Looked in the mirror when no one else would root for me. It came together beautifully, now I am keeping my best foot forward like a giant. Not conforming to the norm, I'm defiant. Let's talk and let my actions define it. Now there's no way to deny it.
I know if I wanna reach my goals, all I need is hope. All I need is hope. I know if I wanna reach my goals, all I need is hope. All I need is hope.
Alone in my struggle, never dwelled in the pain. My mind was on the hustle. I sheltered my emotions to make it out of the bubble of darkness. I found light at the end of the tunnel. It won't always be clouds. We'll jump back in and we won't always be out. Focus on bouncing back, we won't always be down. Going against the odds even when the people doubt. We will even it out, that's the mindset. Overcoming difficult objects, no matter how tough it seems. Trusting the process, even when it all seems lost. Trust it, we'll find it. Created to weather the storm, built to survive it. Now I am keeping my best foot forward like a giant. Not conforming to the norm, I'm defiant. Let's talk and let my actions define it. Now there's no way to deny it.
I know if I wanna reach
And that is it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out this fun and unique video playing on my channel. Part 2 will be coming out soon, so stay tuned. And also, let's be safe on the roads. There is an uptick in crashes and deaths on the road going on right now, so please take care of yourselves on the roads. I know we can do it. Let's go.